to Gaming Gold episode 25 for November 7th, 2013. I am Jordan Rader and your host. And episode 25, that means that I've been doing this for about 6 months now almost. That's kind of crazy. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope that I have improved to make it more enjoyable for you guys. So yeah, fun stuff. This week I want to talk about Pokemon, the new Pokemon specifically, X and Y, and sort of, it's not going to be necessarily a review or here's all the new stuff, or it's not going to be anything like that. It's not going to be like a pros and cons thing. I sort of want to talk about some of the new features, some of the things I really like about the game, and things like that. And I've been playing Pokemon since the first Red and Blue on the Game Boy Brick, I like to call it. So it's been a long time. I have a little bit of experience with Pokemon. So the new game is very, very similar to the other games in a lot of ways. I mean, its basic mechanics are, you play a young trainer that gets their first Pokemon from a professor, and you go out and explore the region, and you collect Pokemon, and beat gym leaders, and then eventually beat the final four, or the champions, or whatever you want to call them. And then after that, you can keep going and keep collecting Pokemon and stuff like that to try and fill out the Pokedex, or if you're into tournament play, you can go do all that type of stuff. Now, the new game has some very cool features that none of the games before it had. The big one that Nintendo likes to talk about is Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is cool, but at the same time, it's okay. Basically, what it does is once you get to a certain point in the game, you unlock Mega Evolution. And depending on what Pokemon you have, certain ones of those can evolve into their Mega form. And you basically give them an item to hold, and then in combat, you have your normal, choose your 4 abilities thing, and below that you have a button for Mega Evolution. So you hit that, and then you choose their ability, and then on their turn in combat, they will evolve into their Mega form and then use their ability. Mega Evolution gives them roughly 10% increased stats across the board, so it does make them stronger. It changes the way they look. They look really cool. And that sort of leads into another part of the game that I really like. So when you get Mega Evolution, they give you a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. They give you the stone for it and the Pokemon. And they do this throughout the game. Like when you get Surf, well, you may not have a Pokemon that maybe you chose the Grass type and the Fire type, and you don't have a Water type on you, so you can't Surf. Well, you have to Surf to get to the next area. So they give you a Pokemon that's capable of using Surf when they give you Surf. They don't do it for Fly, but they do it for things that are really, really important to progress the story, in case you don't have them. So, but they do this for pretty much everything. When you start the game, they give you a Pokemon. The first tutorial battle is against the one that you're strong against. And then as you go forward, you get, when you first meet the Pokemon Professor, because at the beginning you don't, which is a little weird. But when you meet him, you challenge him to a battle, you fight him, and then you actually get one of the original from way back in Red and Blue. So you actually get 2 of the starter Pokemon right away, and that's very cool. Another thing that's really cool is a lot of the Pokemon from the older versions are in this game. So there's like 117. I don't remember exactly. There's 100 plus new Pokemon, but the actual region that you're in, the Pokedex for it is 450. So they have a lot of the original guys, a lot of the, then they have new guys and stuff like that. So you actually have this huge breadth, huge selection of Pokemon to build your party, and that was something that I felt was really lacking, especially in like Black and White and some of the later editions. Whenever you were going through the game originally, you only had the new set, And a lot of those new guys were like, they're cool, but they had like weird type matchups and things like that made it harder to build a party. Whereas the original guys were all very much they all filled a specific role, so you knew you were building a solid party because you knew all the guys you were picking up would fill something specific. So this gives you sort of that ability to mix and match, and you can be like, well, I really like this guy, so out of the 15 fighters that I have access to, I can pick the one fighter that I like. So, so that's something that I really, really like about the game. And probably the coolest thing about the new game is it's the first one where you really get to pick what your character looks like, and not just boy or girl. You actually get to choose their starting uh, skin tone, which you can't change, but eye color and hair color. Um, so you get to pick those, and then whenever you get to a certain point in the game, you can you can get contact lenses to change their eye color, and you can go to the barber shop effectively and change their hair length and color. And for the females, you can actually change um, their bang style as well, which changes the way their hair looks. Um, so that's kind of cool. You can actually completely customize the way your character looks. The other part of that is that there are what they call boutiques in the game, and basically they sell clothes. So you can actually, again, completely change what your character is wearing, and therefore change the complete style, the complete feel of the game. If you want your character to look like a punk rock, you know, Pokemon trainer, you can. Um, and it's kind of cool that you can go through, or you can be, you know, the guy in a suit type, you know, or you know, the casual, or things like that. So, or maybe you're going to go and spend the next 3 days on the coastal region and you just want to look like a beach bum. You can go dress up like a beach bum and go out and catch Pokemon there. Or you're going into the mountains, you want to look more like a hiker. Well, you look like that and go into the mountains and do that. So it gives you sort of freedom to change the way your character looks, and it actually changes the way the story feels, because that look carries over into cutscenes, including the animated cutscenes, which is kind of cool, where you actually see a full sort of anime version of your character instead of just a little chibi sprite. So all that stuff carries over, which is pretty impressive and very cool. It's something that I think that needs to be in more games, where, especially when they have outfits and stuff like that, that the cutscenes need to reflect that. Um, so it's very cool to see it here. It's a little easier for them just because of the way the game's set up. Um, but regardless, I'd like to see it in every single game that has a dress up function. Um, so those are my big ones. Um, oh, back to the thing where they basically, you know, set you up for success. They give you things. They give all the quality of life stuff that you used to have to get like 90% through the game in order to get in older games. They give them to you right away. Before you even fight your first gym leader, they give you a way to move fast. They give you fast travel. In other games, they were like, "Oh, here's boots, so you can sprint." You can sprint as soon as you start the game in this one. Then, before you fight the first gym leader, you get roller skates, and then I think before the second gym leader, you get your bike. So you have you get all your modes of transportation very quickly. You get fly, I think, on your fourth Pokemon trainer, or not trainer, your fourth gym, I should say. So, so they give you all this stuff early. They give you access to the berry growing area early. They give you access to the daycare early. Um, so for guys like me, or people like me, I should say, um, that have played the games for a long time and know about all these quality of life things, it makes the game a lot more fun, to get them and be able to utilize all these different functions for more of the game before we, you know, get to the Elite Four and you know, fight the last guys. It's like, okay, well, now we beat the game. Now what? You know, oh look, well, I just got surf. Let me go back and redo the entire map to see what was in that. You know, see where I can surf to now, or not surf. Waterfall is a good one. Um, So things like that. It's kind of cool. Those are my main things for X and Y. Um, Feel free to comment down below here, and of course, like, favorite, subscribe if you like it. Please share with your friends if you think they would like this. Um, and yeah, I do this for you guys. So you can hit me up here in the comments, or you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/gaminggold88, all one word. Or you can find me on Twitter at Jordan Raider, JORDONRADER, capital J, capital R. Thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.